Hi, this is Ken. This spiritual video is called The Spectrum of Enlightenment. When we are first born, there are two conflicting thought patterns within each of us. One is by the spirit, which is inherent within every single person and life form. The spirit represents a piece of God, our higher self, our loving, selfless center that we are born to embrace during our life and share with all others. But with our birth, another thought pattern develops, the second one, which is our ego. And our ego is everything that we believe and accept as true from the moment of our birth due to our socialization and what we are exposed to in life. These two compete throughout our life for our destination and how we will live the life that we live. The ego is self-centered. And by that, what I mean, its concern is only for us. It has absolutely no concern for anyone else. Where the spirit is concerned for everyone and what is best for all. The great majority of the world believes and lives through the ego. They believe what they have been taught, that we are alive to make money, to buy material possessions, have a house, and do all the really good things in life that money allows us to do. And that success and meaning in life will be found by embracing everything that we learned and doing what is best for us and for ourselves and those who are closest to us. But when the ego dominates the world, it results in the spirit's voice, the spirit's messages being muted within each of us. And by muting these messages, we follow the unconditional path that the ego has laid out for us. The results of following such a path, you just have to look at the world from the time humanity became the dominant species on our planet through today. The results are greed, hate, fear, prejudice, of war, homelessness, starvation, climate change, and the list could go on almost ad infinitum. Believing and living in such a world that the ego dominates our views and our beliefs will result eventually in the further deterioration of the world as it is, leaving our children and grandchildren a world they can barely survive in. And a world that will continue along its disastrous, hateful, fearful, greedy path that it has always felt and always followed. When we first awaken, what that means is we get the first messages from our spirit within. Our ego has been so strong that it has muted all of the messages, but the spirit within, accepting the spiritual path of sharing our love selflessly with all, is the purpose, the meaning of life, and is our spirit's journey and reason for being. Our spirit, the peace of God that is within us, connects us to all other life and every other person. And only together, it understands, will our life be meaningful and purposeful. And will we have lived our life learning the lessons that we are here to learn. There is a spectrum, though, of enlightenment, because once you awaken, your life will never be the same. You can never return to sleep accepting everything that the ego tells you and believe that it's true. For you know within yourself from those first messages that there is more to life than just making money and doing what is best for ourselves, that we are here for a higher purpose. Some people, as they travel along the path to enlightenment, get glimpses of what enlightenment is like. Enlightenment is the total acceptance of the spiritual path within. Though the ego will remain and always will be a part of our lives and is necessary to help society function, it becomes very secondary in our life as we accept the spiritual path of sharing our selfless love with all others, helping everyone without reason or cause to improve their life so that they will find meaning and purpose in their life and that they can thrive as well. There are no differences in a spiritual world. It matters not whether you are wealthy, your race, your job, the prestige you may have, whether you are poor, homeless, none of that matters. With enlightenment comes the understanding that every single life is equally important. Once in a while, we get a glimpse of what the feeling of enlightenment is like after you awaken. You get a feeling of unbelievable inner peace that comes with understanding what pure love is, what selfless love is, what sharing it, and what it feels like to understand and live a meaningful life. But with life, we are exposed to many things. And sometimes, as we get exposed to stresses and different things that happen in our life, we get pulled back into the world of the ego. And therefore, we start re-embracing some of those beliefs, those self-centered beliefs, and start judging other people like we learned. The ego judges other people so it can make you feel superior to them. And it's there to, from the pain you may feel from the words, actions, or deeds of others. So with stresses in our life, and there are many, from the death of a loved one, the loss of a job, a child, anything that could cause stress in your life, you're drawn back into the egoistic world. It is very difficult to become enlightened and remain so. For with it, you must fully accept the messages of the spirit within and relegate your ego to an infinitesimal part of your life. If you even partially believe what you were taught in life, your egoistic, self-centered beliefs, even partially accept that money is good, or that not that being concerned for only for yourself is what is necessary to survive. If for any reason, if you even partially accept those beliefs, you will never reach enlightenment. You will be on the spectrum toward enlightenment. And some days you may reach the inner peace that people who are enlightened feel, but you will never reach enlightenment until you fully release your egoistic tendencies, relegating it to a very secondary role in your life, and completely embrace the spiritual path of sharing our love, our resources, and everything with every other person and life form, understanding that we are all connected by the peace of God that is within each of us, and that only by helping each other selflessly, by embracing our love within, by sharing our resources of our planet equally, by helping and respecting every other life, will we truly understand and embrace enlightenment, and with it, understand the true purpose that we were born to understand. With pure enlightenment comes unbelievable, not only inner peace, but when you are able to embrace the peace of God that is within you. If you look at some of the religious scholars and some of the scholars from the Far East, who have been truly enlightened, they are able to create what we consider to be miraculous events, from healing others to walking on water to creating food to helping all in many, many different ways. Every person, every life has the ability to do what these great religious enlightened leaders and scholars did by fully embracing the spiritual path through life. Everything, anything is possible. This is Ken with another spiritual video. Until next time.